How's it going, everybody? All right. Phew. All right, so I've had a little bit of a busy morning. I woke up, but Bitcoin was literally pretty much right where we left off. But I should have gotten to all your messages on Discord. So, just before we start out, if you did, join the Patreon last night, I have passed the information along, so you should be getting it by tonight. So, all right, let's get this going. I haven't even really had time. Usually before I start live streaming, I like to restart my computer, but it's just been a busy morning. I had a few things I had to get done around the house. I tried to get to all your messages, but we should be good now. I figured we'll stream for maybe, an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're going to do another early evening stream like we did last night, and we'll go till, 10, 11 o'clock, because I got to run to the CBD store today before they close as well. Man. Oh, I know why my computer's tripping out. It's because I went from the regular internet to I just switched it to Ethernet cord. Alright, just take just a second. But hopefully everyone's had a good morning. You know, hopefully we go into an afternoon and we have a strong evening close. There we go. There we go. Alright. So I posted a thing about it, you know, earlier today. We briefly broke above it. And also, guys, before we get started, can I have a sound check? How's the volume or how's the background music to my voice? Are we good? I just want to make sure before we get started, you know, I'm easy to hear. The music's not too loud. Because it always sounds the same in my headphones. So, how you doing, Christopher? Gurgos 101, CR Delica, Bitboss, Martin, welcome everybody, Marcel, making sure I didn't miss anyone, you know, welcome everybody. So, you know, just to reiterate, we're going to look at the charts today. You know, we're going to spend, you know, we'll spend an hour or two, but we're going to have, I'd like to start even earlier than we did last night. So I'd like to honestly start between 6 or 7 my time. So if I say 6 or 7, it's going to be, you know, if you're Eastern time, you'll add an hour. But really, nothing much has really changed since last night, to be honest. We left off at about 10,150. We're at 10,168. But I figured we'll look at your cryptos, we'll look at your stocks, you know? So, we're looking at Bitcoin here, as we do every time before we ever get started, or we ever start looking at trade setups or anything like that, you have to identify your environment. Oh, sorry guys, I had to delay the stream by 15 minutes. I was starving, and I was like, oh, I'll make something at my house. And it's like if I had a bologna sandwich, I didn't have bread. Or if I wanted to make a burrito, there was no cheese or salsa. So I was like, damn. So I went to Sonic. I got a burrito. So I literally ate it in like 5 minutes, but I was starving. So I apologize for the 15-minute delay. But on your daily here, you're forming lower levels. But you can see your right shoulder is growing here. You can see how we've outpaced this. We were talking about it a few days ago. Because the daily takes time to change. It looked like we were honestly trying to form a trigger wave. But with the selling pressure, obviously, you can see where the red is, you know, where it started to show up here. You know, especially on the daily time frame, you can definitely tell the bears are building pressure. But we still haven't outpaced or gotten higher than our anchor blue wave, which is right here. So if we go to our 4-hour, that actually doesn't look too bad on a bullish perspective. This actually is very interesting, chat. If you look at your 4-hour here, you actually are showing triple MACD bullish divergence. The way you can tell is you have your high, a lower high, and then another lower high. Interesting. But I don't want to flip extremely bullish yet because you're literally showing it. This is actually pretty unique. You don't see this often. You're showing triple MACD bullish divergence, but you just went from bullish from a triple MACD bearish divergence. That's pretty unique, chat. That's awesome. So, you know, I'm still Switzerland neutral, and that's why we talked about when you're in this box, this is a no trade zone, guys. No matter if you flip long here, you flip short, there's going to be an inherent, you know, increased amount of risk. So if you do enter positions, you know, like today, that's why I try to put a disclaimer on my scalps, and I'm going to start time stamping them. You know, a scalp could be $40 to $70, $40 to $100. We had our short signal go off at 10,150. You can actually tell here, wow, I didn't actually realize we went that far. It's showing we actually dipped all the way down to, let's go to our 30-minute. It's our time, 17. we dipped to about 10,100, 10,000, 98. So we had a nice little $50, $60 dip. It's similar to market Cipher. It knows you're going to dip or if you're going to rate or rise, but it can't tell you the exact dollar amount. Like, oh, we're going to dip $400. We're going to dip $40. That's why you really need to watch your market Cipher B or your plain old MACD. You really want to follow the momentum. And so, that's why we emphasize. A lot of people are like, well, what percentage do I close out? When do I exit? That's why we do our supports and resistances. If you shorted here, you broke your support. If you were going to short, you want to cover above your major support box. It's better to cover here than to have like what just happened. You started your short here. We had a dip, and now you may not even be in profit anymore. That's why we really emphasize, if you're going to cover on a short, or if you're going to start a short, you want to cover at your support levels. If you go long, you want to cover or you want to take profit at your resistance box. Tell that to this short I'm in. Hey, Gabe. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess it's Tuesday now, but it's a Tuesday afternoon, and I appreciate all of you, for being here. But it's going to be a pretty chill stream. We're going to look at your cryptos. We're going to look at your stocks. Because honestly, the faster I can get to the CBD store and get back, it's just the earlier we're going to get on. Even if Bitcoin stays stagnant, I want to chill and hang out with you guys. And similar to what we did last night, we went through the entire process of how to watch, to control, the psychological aspect of, because FOMO isn't just one side. FOMO, you can FOMO to the downside and then get wrecked because you see the price going down. You're like, oh my God, I need to short. It's better to miss out on $20 to $30 worth of price movement to have a safer entry than it is to prematurely jump in and then, you go back up and you know what I mean? You're just hoping to break even. So tonight, I'd like it to have similar to last night. We're going to watch the market together. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about how we're going to go about these trades. Maybe nothing happens, but we're going to be live for it if it does. But I really want our stream to be similar to last night. We're going to go through all the processes of reading the charts, how to take these indicators and come up with, whether it's your MACD or you have the Blue Wave Market Cipher, how to use the AggroCap. You know what I mean? And so you can, because when you have all these indicators, it can get very, very confusing. You have all this information and you're like, well, what do I do with it? It's going to be the same as last night, chat. But how do you make a box? So Marcel, AggroCap's the one I'm waiting on right now. I think he's at work right now. But I sent him all the information, because we're partners in this. And he's the one that has the keys to unlock it. So that's why, like, you guys that purchased the Patreon, the AggroCap package, once he gets back from work or sleep, I don't know really what he's doing, you guys will get it. But you will for sure get your packages by tonight. I promise, guys. All the information is set. So, and once again, guys, thank you to all the new Patreons. Any of the tiers. Not only do I believe it has a lot of information that I believe you guys will enjoy, but it helps me at home. So, it secures me so I can sit here and provide you guys content on a 24/7. So once again, guys, whether it was the first tier or the third tier, I appreciate each and every one of you. And we're going to talk in the Discord, but we need to get a competition going. We need to celebrate all the new members and, just how I really like the pace things are going, guys. Our community is really growing. So we need to come up with a competition. Whether it's a trading competition, calling a specific bottom on a coin after it you know what I mean? We'll think of something, chat. But get your thinking caps on, because we're going to have a competition. We're either going to start it this week or at least by next Monday, so we can have a few days to get the details, because we need to figure out how we need to go about the game. Whether we're going to post our Bitcoin amount, so you can't just deposit Bitcoin and be like, oh, I made these amazing gains. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out. What's up with the Patreon? We get AggroCap with it. Yes, Heated 2183. There's the general one. You know, we have the general turn 100 to 1,000. Yeah, no, you know, guys, I don't want to ever make the Patreon like that. You know, expensive, because I want everybody to have access to this. I know a lot of people, especially with Market Cipher, a lot of people just don't have $1,000. That's a lot of money. And not only that, but if you don't like it, you're not going to be stuck with it. Does that make sense? It's a month by month thing, and it's set for you. We're all about self-improvement. And if you give a lower entry price, because honestly, guys, I'm going to be straight up with you. He charges a lot more, and I talked him into it. Because I you know, we are partners, and he's just a really amazing person, and it's just a great deal. And at $100, that's just a much more better price entry than, you know, 1,000 or something like that. That's just insane. I want everybody to have access to be, you know, to help better themselves, whether they want indicators or our education. Oh, okay, BitBoss. I was like $1,000. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, yeah, turn 100 into 1,000. That might take a minute. All right, you had me there. I was like, damn, $1,000. That's expensive. Turn 100 to 1,000. We'll come up with something. That's a little. That's 10x, man. That's pretty high. But no, Heated 2183, if you join the Patreon, or not join, but if you look down below, you're on Twitch. If you click the Patreon panel, it'll take you right there. Heated 2183. And also, no matter what tier you get into, it allows you to participate in the not only do you get like I mean, you'll see what the services they offer, but you'll be able to participate in the trading competitions, because it's just a way that enables me to to give you guys not just better content, but we can actually give real crypto rewards, you know, to the community. But I'm really excited for the trading competition, guys. It's gonna be I'm very excited for it. But no, be prepared though. I'm in a long now. Oh, damn, we got Tom Brady in the chat. How do you type on your phone with all the Super Bowl rings on your finger? I think it'd be very hard. I'm in a long now. Should I cut my losses? Hey, Marcel, where did you enter? If you don't mind disclosing, what was your price entry? I've been documenting it. I always hear people asking about starting with these low levels. Yeah, for sure, BitBoss. What'd you say, Vishal? I'll yeah, old school trading for sure. Vishal, what did you mean? I'll gonna bury you? What was that? But yeah, Marcel, let us know, what was your entry? Because you can see you're actually building bullish momentum here on the 15-minute. Man, this music is driving me nuts. We're going to click our song. We're going to get a new playlist. Oh, that's scary. There you go. Let's try that. Me too. So 10,180. He was long, I'm short. So if you're at 10,180, man, you're really actually not that far off. Let's see what we would do. Now, I do not recommend since we are above critical areas right now, I would wait for at least us to confirm over 10,200. I don't know if I would dollar cost average in here. Let's take a look though. We're looking at your lower time frames. Your 15 minutes been kind of the rogue one here lately. This is kind of what we're watching for right now. You can see that we have a lower level of bullish momentum, or bearish, I'm sorry. But that's just the 5 minute. 15 minute. 15 minute doesn't look too bad either. You can see you are making a slightly higher high. So what we're gonna do, let's take a look at our AggroCap. Let's see what it has to show us. We're gonna go to the 3 hour. All right. So not much has changed on our more long term. If you look at AggroCap, we threw a nice buy signal here at 10,362. We went all the way up to almost 11,000. That was a nice like $700 jump. We had a little bit of a dip. We got into our resistance box, which was support at one time. This was green back when we were up here. We threw a nice short. We threw a short signal literally right at the top of that candle. That's beautiful. At 10,640. We hit a bottom of 9,700. And our resistance line here, this is our V1 3 hour. It was over here last night, if you remember, chat. It was in this red box. And now we're slightly under it. We're showing pretty steep resistance here, and it's actually even coinciding beautifully now at the top of these candles. So we're showing some pretty steep resistance here at 10,450. Let's check our 5 minute. And this is what I was getting at on the on the scalp calls. This is just today. This is just today alone. You threw a buy at 10,120. You went up to 10,205. This is our short I posted earlier. We went from 10,150 to 10,100. And then you immediately flipped to a long at 10,150. And we hit a high of 10,240. This is like literally, you had 3-4 great trades in a matter of 3 hours. This AggroCap indicator is just absolutely amazing for scalp trading. It's very insane. There's a lot of shorts right now. It's ticking down. Cash flow for 15 minute. You trade on the 5 minute? Yeah. Well, BitBoss, if you trade on the 5 minute, dude, AggroCap is just, it's absolutely an amazing indicator. This is what we watched last night. This is our 5 minute V1. So if we can break below 10,146, we should flip short on this. But to get back to the original question, I would not panic sell. You're only in at 10,180. We're actually just now above it. I would be holding steady. I would definitely be holding steady. I want to see how we react. This line, it needs to be red. This is now resistance. Honestly, it needs to be moved up just a smidge. Well, I think I may have bumped this with my mouse earlier this morning. But you can see how we have these candle closes right across the top. You have your candle touch here. You have your candle close here. You have almost 2-3 touch points there. We really need to break above 10,205. I lost 10 Bitcoin in 4 months. Oh man, I'm sorry, FS. Hopefully with our content and our amazing community, we can get you back your Bitcoin. All right, 10,190. We really need to break above 10,205. We can break above this. So if you're really worried about your long position, I mean, I guess you could theoretically take profits now, but I would see how we react at this resistance point, because if we break above it, let's say we go like, whether you take your profits when we go and touch it, or we shoot above it, and then we start coming down, I would set your take profit at this resistance line. Or honestly, maybe even just under it. Because what you could have, this happens all the time. Generally, that's why I like to put my my stop losses about $50 under the support line, because sometimes you just do little fake outs and then you go right back to the upside. So maybe we can go up like right here. We go down and then we could move back up, and you just put your take profit just slightly under it. Oh, it's the washer. I was like, man, what is that sound? Just long, 10,000 with a tight stop loss. I'm in at 10,205. If it hits that, should I close? You know, same thing really goes. I mean, I guess it just really depends on how heavy you went. I don't know if I would be DCAing right now, just because we're at a critical point. I think if we keep failing at 10,200, we're going to have a 10,000 test fairly soon. So really pay attention to the 10,205 mark. You know, once again, whether if we go up and touch it and you sell here and then we go back down, or if we can break above it, I would set your take profit literally maybe $5, maybe at 10,200, right at it, or maybe even 10,195. So if we just barely graze it and then go back up, because this should flip as support. If we break above this resistance line, it should become support. Do you also have a look at the market volume? Oh no, I look at the market volume. Granted, I use the Bybit one. So let's take a look at it. Someone asked the money flow on the 15-minute. Yeah, we're definitely red. You can see here on Market Cipher, we are definitely in the red on the 15-minute. But you are showing growing bullish momentum. You've now made a higher high, but this is just the 15-minute. If you look at your longer time frames, which have more hold on what the market's going to do, it's pointing bearish. You can see how we have, I guess you're ever so slightly lower than this. So don't be discouraged if you're in a long right now. This could actually be your opportunity to maybe get out in a slight profit, or at least you know, break even. If you entered, you know, at the 205, the 215. I need a small. But no, looking at the volume though, just to answer your question, yeah, I do look at it, but I look at it from the actual market perspective. This is my streamer's account. This is the one we're gonna have fun playing with. Did it just delete him? There you go. So if we want to look at our volume, I really wish they would change their colors. It's kind of hard to read. I mean, if you take out this rogue red candle on the 1 hour, you are generally down sloping in volume right now. So that is a bearish indicator. If I know this is Bybit, I can't draw a trend line or anything. But if you follow, like if you take this out and you just start from here and you work your way down, you have decreasing volume. That is generally a bearish indicator. And if you look, the volume only really comes in on the sells. We are really at a critical moment here, guys. I believe, honestly, we're about to break under 10,001, or we're going to go to at least 10.3. The market has to make its decision. We're not going to sit under this critical resistance area, you know, for days on end. The market's either going to realize that, you know, because here's the thing my mentor taught me. If the price is not moving, okay, and we're sitting stagnant, let's check our regular MACD. If the price is not moving and the market is stagnant, that shows that the investors are not finding areas of value, and there's not enough buyers stepping in. So the market will find a way to make buyers, and by making buyers, they drop the price, and they find where buyers are going to step in and you know what I mean, and push the price up and support those levels. So if we just sit here under 10.2, you know, honestly 10.3 for too long, the market's going to be like, all right, we're going to sell off. We're going to find what number is going to, you know what I mean, initiate the buyers. Where are they going to step in? It's going to create demand. It's the little left arrow. I mean, I know TradingView has the trend line. I'm just talking here on Bybit, though. I don't think they actually have a trend line drawer. But I mean, even if you don't have market Cipher, whoever showed this cool wave, you know, where it's more filled in, that's awesome. Thank you. I don't know who showed me last night. You can see here clearly on the 4 hour, you have falling bullish momentum. It's very obvious. We go to our 2 hour. The 2 hour actually doesn't look too bad. If you were to follow my cursor, you can see that we have a lower level of bearish momentum. We go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour is still pretty undecided. Because you can see we're actually converging here a little bit. Let's go to closer. Just curious, what do we look like on the 12? See, the 12 hour doesn't look too bad at all. You can see we have a much lower level. And if you even look here, for all my market Cipher guys, you can actually see here on your regular MACD, this would be what you would call a trigger wave. And this is on your regular MACD. But the thing you're really watching for right here on the 12 is you really need this to build. You need this right shoulder to fill in. If you don't, you're going to make a lower high. If you were to connect the top to here, it would be down sloping. You know, the higher time frames in the 6 hour doesn't look too bad either. We're having a sell-off. You can tell where this is going, but it looks like we're either going to end and go to the downside, or we're going to curl back up and make that next wave of bullish momentum. Let's go to the closer time frames. Yeah, you can see the 30-minute, we're building. That's the 30. Let's try the 15. 15-minute, you can see where we're falling off. So we're really, guys, we're just at critical areas. The shorter time frames are looking bearish, but next to the TradingView symbol. Yeah, let's check it out. Ah, hey, Born, thank you. I did not know that. This arrow is so small on my screen. I never even noticed this. Thank you. Learn something every day. MC knockoff. Yeah, Bob. A poor man's market Cipher. Hey, I used the granted, and it wasn't this you know, shaded like this, but you know, shoot guys, I've traded just fine for the last 5-6 years, and I had to use the regular, you know, your regular old indicators. You know, back in 2014 there really wasn't a market Cipher. I mean, shoot, up until like 4 months ago, I never actually ever used it. But if you look here on the, oh, that's the 15 minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, I was about to say on the 14 minute, it looked like, or not 14, on the 15, you could see here where we're actually building, you have a lower high, a lower high. Or, I'm sorry, a higher low, another higher low, another one. The bulls are trying to pull something off here on the short time frames, guys. So right now, we just have to sit back and be patient. We really need to break above, especially if you were trying to get out of that long. You know, if you entered in the twos, we really need to break above 10,200. We really do. And if we can successfully break above it and get some buy volume, I would look to be a seller between 10,250 and 10,003. And someone asked, how do I make the rectangles? I use rectangles when there's not perfect touch points and it's just an area, you know, like, you know, support and resistance. So like on this bottom box, you can see at the bottom, we have all these touch points on the bottom. On the top, we have all these touch points across the top. If you go to your brush over here and you click this little arrow, there'll be a rectangle option right here. And that's what you would do. You can take this rectangle. You can take this rectangle, you basically start from the top, you work your way down, and you can make it as big, small as you need. But not only do I like to use these when there's not just perfect touch points across the board, but it helps me be able to teach you guys, like, or not teach you, but show you guys what I'm talking about, rather than sitting here and staring, trying to get these touch points to be absolutely perfect. Yeah, no problem, Christopher. And yeah, once again, thank you, Born. I appreciate it. I had no idea. Once again, I tell you guys, I don't have the best eyesight. I would have never seen this. I'm actually going to talk to support about that. If there's a person that doesn't have good eyesight and they're trying to trade, there's no way they're going to see that. There's literally no way. So I'm gonna talk to the Bybit team and see if they can fix that to make that option a little bigger. That's ridiculous. That is so small. Is it my computer? I was like, maybe. I guess I am at 80%. Yeah, that's still really small. So this is what we're watching for. You can see how we're rounding this bottom off here. And if we go to our AggroCap, the 3 hour shows if we can get some momentum. This isn't a buy signal, guys, because you can see if you look to your left, it's very apparent. Let's get our tool, let's get our brush out. We did throw our short signal right up here. The 3 hour went off at about 10,005. A beautiful call. We literally went down about $800. And the lower we stay down here, the closer this is going to keep dropping to our price point. But I like how this is coinciding. It's literally right on the bottom support box or resistance box. I like this a lot. If we go to our, and that was it. Here, let's go back to it real quick. And that resistance line, if we could get some buy volume, that's at about 10,440, 10,450. The scalper that has just been hot, insanely hot. This is so great for like $40 to $100 moves. This is just today alone. You had a short at 10,176, went down to 10,000. You went long at 10,116. That's where you flipped long. You went to 10,200. Even this one, it doesn't look very big. This is the one I actually talked about this morning. We flipped short at 10,150. We hit roughly about 10,000. That's the smallest one. That was about a $50 drop. And then immediately, you threw a long. Once we, we hit that bottom. We made our way up because you crossed this resistance line. we threw a long position at 10,148, and we hit a high of 10,240. So the 5-minute V1 scalper and the V2 1-minute scalper, it's just been amazing. I mean, we watched it live last night. I mean, and if you sit here and you watch for these to flip, and then you look at your market cipher or your MACD, it's seriously amazing for scalp trading, because market cipher doesn't give you exact numbers. I mean, it lets you know like, hey, there's gonna be turbulence ahead, or you know what I mean. This actually gives you a number. You actually get a visual, because as we saw last night, the moment you confirm under this, we literally started dropping almost immediately. Hey, what's up, AggroCap? But no, our evening stream tonight, it's going to be exactly like last night. So, and we're going to stream a little bit earlier. I just want to reiterate that. We're going to start at probably 7 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. I will let you guys fully know on Discord. But once we're off here, like I said, I'm going to run to the CBD store. You know, I'll pick up a little snack or something for dinner, and we're going to have another stream where we're just going to watch the price action. We're going to go about how to go, you know, using the indicators, looking at your moving averages. It's going to be exactly like last night. So if you enjoyed last night's stream, you know, you should be in for another treat tonight. Let's look at our moving averages. See how we're looking on our EMAs. We're still struggling here at 10,002. We seem to really have, you know, once we get in the 10,180s, we kind of seem to clunk out. Let's check our 4 hours first. All right. Well, the 4 hour doesn't look too hot. Doesn't look too hot at all. You can see how we went up, we started to get a little momentum, and now we're curving to the downside. But I do like, though, do you see how we were riding? So this light green line is your 5 SMA, which I love for day trading. You can see how we followed it to the downside, and now we're actually wicked above it right now. And if you look at other price action, generally when you follow it down and you wick above it, you can have nice reactions to the upside. You can follow it back up until you break below it again and it acts as resistance. You know, similar to here, you broke above it, you went up roughly about $100 before you went down. So let's see if we get a reaction off this. We have a clear rejection. Your pink line, which is your 34, we have a clear rejection off this on the 4 hours. So let's go to our hourly. All right, well, this looks promising. Shorter time frames really show that the bulls they're trying to pull something off right now. They really are. We're starting to form our rounded bottom. Once again, this is why I love my SMAs. I know a lot of people don't like them, especially if you're a swing trader or scalp trader. The moment your 5 and your 10 on your hourly crossed, we had a reaction. We went from 10,150 to 10,250. You can see, literally, if you follow this cross, we almost immediately had a reaction to the upside. I really enjoy the 5 and 10. Ken, I got a hurricane sometime tonight, man. So to answer your question, I'm sorry, BitBoss, you have a hurricane? That's insane. But to answer your question, Ken, you would have it by tonight. Everyone that got it this morning, they should already have it. AggroCap just entered the market. Hey, in it to win it, I'm so glad you find this useful. You know, I really appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you, AggroCapital. Yeah, it's like I was like I knew he was at work or sleeping. You know, we're all normal people here. But no, generally if you get it same day. Worst case, if you buy it in the middle of the night, it's first thing tomorrow morning. But no, I really appreciate that in it to win it. I'm really glad you guys find this stuff useful and you learn. I try not to sound like repetitive saying the same stuff, but it's all about muscle memory and learning, you know, eventually what my goal is after I explain these indicators and how to go through the process of there's a really big psychological aspect. You know, you can jump in early, but you're going to take a lot of risk. So it's really best to maybe lose out on 20, 30 points. Wait for your confirmation, you know, similar to last night. You know, if you were here last night, you know, I really tried to emphasize, you know, the process of looking at all your indicators and then how to go about, you know, initiating and exiting trades. But I really appreciate that. Thank you. But no, if you were wanting the aggro, we do accept Bitcoin. Let me get that Patreon real quick. But if you're just wanting to check it out, because if you get the indicator, you'll check it out when you see the link. You get a ton. Oh, aggro already he beat me to it. But not only do you get access to the indicator, but it's really to become and learn the technique of being a scalp trader. You can read it on the Patreon. But it comes with a ton of extra services. And like I said, everything that comes in from the Patreon goes back, a lot of it goes back to you guys. Not only does it help support us, you know, to keep the lights on and be able to do this 24/7, but it allows us to give competitions in the community, trading competitions. So I'm very, very excited for that. But yeah, we've already had 2 people do it. It's literally just 0.01 Bitcoin. It's 1% of Bitcoin. But no, to be completely honest, guys, just because the fees that are with Patreon, you know, I really do like the Bitcoin option. It's literally just 1% of Bitcoin. And you just have to get a hold of me on Discord through direct message, and I will get you manually set up. We already had 2 people get the Bitcoin option today, so... Yeah, so hey, in it to win it, you get the V1, the V2, and the V3. So the V1, you get the 5-minute, which I pretty much call a scalper. You have your 3-hour, which is more for the bigger moves. Hey, B-Butts Film, I appreciate it. Thank you for signing up and supporting the stream. I really appreciate it. So let me check it out real quick. I believe I just saw you here. So Brian Butts, thank you for becoming a not just a Patreon knight, but you know, you will get your indicator set up. So if you could send me or AggroCap through direct message, if you send us a direct message, send us your TradingView account. We'll get you set up. But no, I actually, honestly, I really do prefer Bitcoin because Patreon, I think they take like 10 or 15%. So, but it comes with a ton, you know what I mean? You can see the packages on there, but this AggroCap, I'm telling you, it really is. And we're going to see it in live action again tonight. I'm really excited for it. All right. It looks like we're trying to round up here, guys. We just went down a little bit. We're kind of at this critical area. We don't really want to break the 10,150 mark. I say don't. If we do, we'll flip short for sure. Yeah, B-Butts film. Yeah, if you want to change it. The only reason... or sorry, what? Just PM Jubbin on Discord? Yeah, for sure. We'll get into we'll start doing a Bitcoin discount, but just for this month alone, because we've already had 3 people pay the 0.1 Bitcoin. We're just going to keep it at 0.1 for this month, just so it's not unfair to the others that have already joined. But yeah, you just have to direct message me on Discord, and we'll get you set up. So you can see our 5-minute. Not much has really changed. Just trying to see if there's anything. Just try our V2. Of course. I don't know why TradingView logs me out. I swear. It's so annoying. If I'm on TradingView and I sit on the screen too long, it just like logs me out. And not logs me out, but it takes my invite only indicators away. So we're still struggling, chat. You can see here. We have multiple touch points off this resistance line. We're really respecting the 10,205 mark. What browser are you using? I use Brave browser. Edvard. See, that's the thing though. It's done it no matter what my or no matter what browser I'm using, it's always done it. Whether I use Chrome, whether I use Brave, even Firefox. If I'm on TradingView too long, my invite only indicators disappear. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything on the... Alright. So I just wanted to do a shout out to Noki, San Bula, GW3900, Luxnor, Tubby YG. And I know we have... Who was the other one? So B-Butts. Were you added to our... Are you on Patreon, B-Butts Films? I just want to make sure you're noticed as a Patreon and you get the benefits on the Discord. Let me know. It should have already automatically added you. I just want to make sure you're there. No, nope, I didn't. We're really respecting this line. Hey, Frodo YT, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, I just signed up. Let me make sure you're on there. I just want to make sure you got your B-Butts. So, B-Butts, what is your username on Discord? It should have already automatically added you. Because I was like, I believe I had it set up to automatically put you in the Patreon Nights Club. But, you know, once again, just thank you to all the new Patreons, no matter the tier. You know, I know you guys will like the service, and, you know, I just really appreciate you guys supporting the stream. Let's go to our AggroCap V2 scalper. The 1 minute scalpers on... God, I swear, who on TradingView recommended, like, hey, we should totally put a 1 second chart on? I really wonder who actually recommended that. So you can see on our 1 minute V2 scalper, we are showing resistance here. It's actually right above, so this makes a lot of sense. You can break above this, we'll flip long. So 205 and 210 basically. B-Butts 1. Let's check it out. Yeah, we'll get you added. We'll get you added for sure. But no, we're definitely going to be starting the trading competition soon, so I am super excited for it. So this is the area we're watching though. We have to break 10,210. The 205 is our actual resistance, but our confirmation of a long scalp is at 10,210. See what we do here, chat. I got B-Butts, all right. Should be added. Let's double check. Yep, there you are. Welcome to the Patreon Knights Club. Alright. See if our 5 minute, let's see what our 5 minute V1 showing here. Yeah, 5 minute, we're still looking good. So the way I would kind of perceive this, guys, is if you use the 5 minute here and if you claimed this bounce or jumped on this, I would immediately go, if you're scalping, and I would go to check your V2 1 minute. And then this is where you would get an area to sell. Not only do you know where you're, you know, as we talk about, when you're long, you want to think about taking profit at your resistance areas, but also use this in your sell target as well. So if you longed on that 5 minute V1 just below 10,150, 10,140, this would be the area I would be looking to cover. Use your indicators and your support and resistances to find areas to cover or take profit. Alright, 10,194. Trippy music, yeah, I know. Is the 10,205 range to short? Well, I mean, if we keep rejecting this, the short indicator's already gone off when we had our scalp from 10,000, like 160, 150 down to 10,100. So no, I wouldn't say not yet. As long as we stay under this, this will show as resistance. But if we can close above it, then yeah, we'll flip long. We'll do something like this. Do you see how we broke above it here? And we had a nice candle to the upside. This is what we're going to be watching. If we can't confirm above it, then yes, you could use this technically. And not only that, but you have your resistance here. So you could possibly use this as a short target. But I would definitely be looking to see if we're going to get a pump from this. Let's see. I say a pump. This is the scalping tool, guys. So first time I pay for something with Bitcoin. Oh, hey. Nice. Oh, what, Marcel? Did you go through the site rather than the Patreon? Man, that is trippy.
But the spaz is under control. And for handles arms, I had. My brain is met with my hands. There wasn't much difference. Mallory sighed and began scratching between her shoulder blades.
So we're just looking here. Not much has changed. We're kind of just hanging in this area below 10.2. Yeah, that's why I really try to talk about the Patreon. Just because it's really confusing having all these different sites to go to. The Patreon is like the direct area. And then of course you can contact us through, or you can DM me through Discord. Because I know some people prefer Bitcoin rather than the actual Patreon. It just kind of clears up the confusion. It's just like a one go-to source. Looks like we're starting to curve up here. Looks like we're trying to build something. Let's see here. We're kind of, I don't know if you can see, but right where we double topped up here, we're butting up right against it.
Round one, fight.
Hey, thanks, Edvard. kind of at a critical point right now. We're getting close. I mean, not say close, we're right up on it. If we're gonna get rejected, it's gonna happen right here. See how we look on the closer time frames. Yep, you can see this is what we were kind of talking about on the 15. It looks like we were kind of trying to make a rounded bottom. The thing you don't want to see though, and it looks like we maybe could be forming it, is having this lower high. Rikiwi, no, I'm not in a position right now. Dispiz Love, I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. So we're basically just being patient right now. We are right at critical areas of resistance. If we can break and get some buys above 10,000, or I'm sorry, yeah, 10,205, we should get a nice little bump. But right now it's looking like we could be possibly forming a lower high. Shout out for for showing me this tool on Bybit. I had no idea you could even use it. Going to zero. The Russian, you have 4 more days to wait. Yeah, that's why I just take the fee and I just do the instant debit purchase. It's just so much more faster. Yeah, we're really struggling here. Come on. You really need the buys. The volume just seems to be falling off right at this resistance point. We're just stuck here at 10,195. VWAP is curving up on the 3-4 hour. Let's check it out. It's like we're trying. I just want to get the angle of this. It's a little flat. It's not as nice as what you would want to see. But yeah, you are right. We are curving up, but we are still pretty red. Alright, we're above it now. Are we at it? Or did we go back down? Alright, we're above. We're in the 2s, chat. We finally made it. We finally made it. Let's see if we can actually break above it. Let's get our 5-minute back on. We're actually going to need our V2 1-minute scalper. We need to go to the 1 minute on this. Alright. I want to stay on this closer time frame right now, just because we are butted up so close. I mean, look, we are right on our resistance, and this is our confirmation for maybe a scalp long. Alright, getting a bit of a rejection. You can see we basically butted up right against this. It's like 10,205. It's like the, you shall not pass. They're really trying to hold it down. Alright, let's see here. Bouncing on the VWAP 1 minute. Yeah, they're trying. This resistance is acting pretty strong though. All right. Just waiting here, chat. Have you heard of hedging? I mean, yeah, I've heard of hedging, but there's honestly, there's really no need to hedge my position right now. I mean, like in the stock market, I would hedge, but in Bitcoin, there's really no, I don't really hedge in Bitcoin, to be honest. Just patiently waiting. All right, we're above 10,002 now. Let's try here. Oh, sorry. Thought I was on the chart. All right, we popped. Let's see now. We need to confirm above it, though. We need to confirm above it. This is the 1 minute, though, by the way, chat. And we are building some momentum here on market Cipher B. But this is a scalper, so it could be $40, it could be $100. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Still haven't confirmed yet, so let's go to our 5 minute. Let's go to our V1 5 minute here. This is not it. Dang it, I don't know how. I need to get rid of this 1 second chart. I think I accidentally thought it was the 1 minute, and I just... One minute. You want the 5 minute V1. All right. 10,170. But we are curving up, so it's looking like we are. Maybe the bulls are trying to pull something off here. What are your thoughts right now? I mean, it looks like the bulls are trying to pull off right now. They're trying to pull something off here. But I don't know if I want to get too bullish on this right now. Just not sure yet. The higher time frames, you know, we circled this at the beginning of the stream. You can see for sure here on the 4 hour, we are forming a lower bearish momentum wave right here. So I'm not jumping the gun on this one yet, even on a scalp. You can see though, we're definitely building bullish momentum here though. Alright. So let's see if we get a little dip here to our 5-minute support. This is at about 10,170 on the 5-minute. There's just going to be a ton of resistance up here. I mean, I know our 1-minute scalper is kind of flirting with maybe a long or a scalp, but still early though. 10,192. We are curved up. If we look at our market cipher, yeah, trailing stop hit, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Bob. There's quite a bit of resistance here above 10.2. So, I know our indicators, they're kind of flirting with maybe a scalp, but man, like if you're looking at your touch points here, man, I mean, you even have more at 10,240, 1030, or 1050, or 250, I'm sorry. I don't know. Let's check here. Let's go to our 15-minute. We are looking good on our 15-minute, though, for sure. Here. I think my mouse is going out. You can see here, we are building for sure on the 15-minute. We are building for sure. Where can you find the indicator? The Russian. There's that. And if you wanted, like, just like we've had like 3 people this morning want to do Bitcoin rather than Patreon. You just have, it's the same Patreon, but obviously Patreon doesn't take Bitcoin. You just have to private message in Discord, and we just have to manually add you in. Because honestly, Bitcoin's easier. And it's much quicker, so it can get processed, and you literally get the indicator same day. Literally, usually within hours. Let's go to our 5-minute. So, I mean, even if there seems to be just this tight area between 10,000 165. I don't really want to look at the 3 hour. I mean, if we can really pop above 10,250, I really believe we're going to test this area right in through here, which is about 10,440. Oh yeah, and I forgot to, let's see if I can, I guess it's not going to allow me. See, is that stuff on my head? Hey guys, is the chat going above my head right now? Let me look on my phone. Alright, yeah. Okay, good. I got rid of it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't over my head. Chat is not above head. Awesome. Thank you, Armacita. I was like, I thought I got rid of it last night because people were saying they couldn't see, so. I don't know if see if I can check it in a second. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no problem. I tried taking it off last night, but for some reason on our screen endings you can activate right on the ET side in TV or trading view. So we're just basically hovering. We're just chilling right under our resistance line. We're just briefly wicking over it, but it's just, there's just not enough. The buyers are just not stepping in hard right now. So the first thing we're gonna do, let's try this. Let's go look at the Bitfinex long and short chart. We're gonna check out the shorts chart first. We're gonna get our indicator off here. Gonna go to our 1 hour. So the shorts are rising. You can see here. So the shorts are definitely rising. The price it's a little suppressed. So the next thing, so we came to the conclusion, we can see here our shorts are rising. Let's check our longs. We got a little bump up. It's not great though. I wonder, can you draw? I don't really draw patterns or whatever on the long and short chart, but let's see if it holds up. Be something to watch. You can see it very clearly here on the 4 hour. So the longs are kind of, I mean, they're rising, but so we went up roughly about 2,000. Let's try here. Let's try the shorts. Oh yeah, so the shorts are definitely rising at a faster rate than the longs. So the next thing we're gonna look at, let's go to our, this is actually in our Discord section if you guys would like to look at it. I have the coin farm. Check it out. Let's see how we're looking on the longs versus shorts. I'm gonna guess the shorts are higher than the longs right now, but just based off that chart, let's take a look. See, this they're feeling neutral as well. That's funny. So look at that. 47% long, 52% short. Wow, this is pretty cool. Then once again, if you want to check this out, guys, check our long and short. You'll see the section on our Discord. It'll be there for you. Let's see how they're feeling. I want to see what their technical analysis. This is funny. Let's try the 1 hour. So we're leaning more neutral to maybe a buy on the closer time frame. So that's really what we've been talking about. The higher time frames are definitely neutral to bearish, but it really feels like the bulls right now, they're trying to pull something off. They really are. The 30 and the 1 hour looking good. Yeah, for sure, Philip. They are. It looks like they're trying to pull something off, but so let's get our 5 minute back on. I'm gonna put this on full screen mode. I gotta go use the restroom. So I'm gonna put this in full screen mode. I will literally be back in like 3 minutes. I have to use the restroom and wash my hands, obviously, but seriously, I'll be back in like 3 minutes. This is the 5 minute, by the way. All right, back everybody, obviously. Sorry guys, I could not hold that any longer. I apologize. But that was 3 cups of coffee and a 40-something ounce drink soda. Well, once again, Bitcoin's not doing much. I knew it was going to be a pretty tight trading range. Looks like we might get some rain again. How do we look on here? Alright. Want to make sure to get my Chiefs uniform in the Chiefs play on Thursday, so I got 2 more days to wait. 2 more days. So let's check our market cipher. I'm gonna get this off because we really don't need it. This is only meant for the 5 minute and the 3 hour, so we don't need it on when we're looking at our other time frames. This pretty much, I mean, nothing's really changed, guys. We are still looking bearish. It's even trying, I mean, I don't want to say bearish. The short term, it looks like the bulls are trying to pull something. They're trying to build steam here. But on the higher time frames, you know, if we still, let's go to our 4 hour. I mean, honestly, even actually, I have to say it, the 4 hour doesn't look bad either. I mean, look at this, chat. It's very easy. If you don't have market cipher, we're really just looking at the blue wave. So pull out your MACD, go to your 4 hour. 1, 2, I don't really like that, but you can say 3. So it's theoretically triple MACD bullish divergence. But once again, I would be much more bullish. I would be much more bullish if we didn't have a triple MACD bearish divergence. You don't see this often, literally directly above it. So and if you look at our normal chart, we're hovering right above our no trade zone. So this is not an area I would be touching. It would be more safe to maybe take a trade maybe after 10,250 roughly. But man, we're going to be trading this tonight, guys. So, you know, this is more just to hang out, look at the charts. But I do have to go because the sooner I get to the store and I come back, because I have to go get dinner and I have to go by the CBD store. But the sooner I get back, you know, the sooner we'll go live, which we're going to go live again like last night. We're going to go, I'd like to be live, you know, 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Eastern time at the latest. So I'd like to get another 4 or 5 hour stream in. So AggroCap's just it's an indicator. You know, if you want to see more into it, we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna do some more live trading tonight. But last night I really thought we had a good analysis on how to take these indicators, all these different, you know what I mean? We looked at the EMAs, the MACD, the Fibonacci. I mean, we looked at so many tools and, you know, how to go about waiting for confirmation on trades. But you can see here, I mean, this is the AggroCap indicator. We're not going to do any like live trades now, at least I'm not, but because I got to leave here in a little bit. But no, I thought we had a very good stream last night going over AggroCap and how to integrate it with Market Cipher or just your regular MACD. And we're going to have another stream just like that tonight. So if you want to see it in live action, I highly recommend joining our Discord. We have an amazing Discord community. We're about education, self-improvement. I know I've been talking about it, but I've been streaming so much, it's hard to find time to do it. because you know, between my daily stuff at the house, I'm usually, when I'm not busy, I'm streaming. So but I am going to be starting an educational series on your free on the free indicators. Oh, look at that. Are we going to confirm below it? Ooh. So it looks like we got our short indicator. Yeah, Marcel, for sure. Let's check our 3-hour. Just really struggling at this line over here. But man, if we can break to the upside, we can have a nice little pump, into the 400s. But there's just so much sell pressure below 10,250. It's going to be really hard to get our head over that. It's going to be so difficult. I would be so bullish if we did not have this. I would be so bullish right now. Yeah, red kingdom, Waba. Because you're getting pretty sad. Yeah. Alright, the short indicator, we popped at 10,180 when we confirmed. Let's see now. So far we're down about $20, $30, but this is our scalp tool. I mean, if we can break above 10,250, I believe Bitcoin will turn bullish. But until then, and if you look at our regular charts, we're in a no trade zone. This green box, if you've watched our streams, once we get close to this green box, it's a no trade zone. Because not only is there a lot of selling pressure, but anyone that's actually tried shorting into this box, you end up getting wrecked. Ugh, sorry, stomach's hurting. You can see every time we hit this box, we have a reaction to the upside. So we're getting close to that no trade zone, guys. I mean, it would honestly be safer to, I guess you can maybe, I would honestly feel more comfortable taking a short position after 9,800. Because you would, basically, even these final touch points are here. Let me get my horizontal tool out. So look at this, chat. I might actually even pull that box down. I like it so much. So you have your cluster of touch points right here. You have your cluster of just take this wick out of the way, it doesn't matter. You have your cluster of touch points here. You have a cluster of touch points here. You have another touch point here. I would feel a lot safer taking a short once we break below 10,800. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just pull this box down. I like this a lot better. So really from 9,800, I want to encompass these touch points though. Alright, so if you pull this down, and even if I pull this over, you can see We have our touch points on the bottom, more touch points, another cluster here, a touch point here, another touch point. So the more touch points, the more valid the line is. So not only do you have those across the top, but you also have strong touch points, really strong reactions off the bottom. And the reason we have this box here is because you can see all these random ones kind of in the middle. It just means you're going to be in a prime area to bounce at any point. I still can't believe I saw the court ordered that Bitcoin Satoshi Vision guy. He has to forfeit 50% of his Bitcoin. Craig Wright. What indicator do you compare the blue wave to MC? Your MACD. Will load. Ah, shoot. It loaded and then I pressed refresh. It'll take just a second. Come on, Bybit. So I'm gonna go over to this real quick, guys. Just because we're here right now. Look at this short. I'm telling you, it is maybe the best scalping tool. Use Market Cipher, your MACD to confirm your environment. But damn, look at that. We never confirmed that V2 long. That 1 minute, there was no way we had time to confirm that. That's why I was like, hold steady, right? It's like when you see Market Cipher and you see a green dot, you don't just jump on the, you know what I mean? You don't just jump on it. Boom. So from 10,180 to about 10,120 here. Yeah. So, the Russian 3231 or 331. So with the Bybit, if you deposit 0.02, so 2% of Bitcoin, you get a $10 trading bonus. If you deposit 0.2, which is 20% a Bitcoin, you get $60 in trading bonuses. The Russian 32231. If that answers your question. So I'll type this in the chat just for you. Okay, you got it. All right, that saves me from typing it in. Oh, Waba. Well, if you love that Tech 9 Kansas City Chiefs rap song, we're going to, I always end every stream on that. So while NFL is on and I have my God, I'm probably the biggest Chiefs fan you know. I have been seriously, they have a video of me when I was like 4 years old naming all the Chiefs players in their positions. I was like 4 or 5 years old. I have just been the biggest Chiefs fan my entire life. I am so passionate about it. You know, the Royals haven't really given me much to root for my whole life. I mean, we had like, what, 2 years of actually being a good team? And now we're back to the pit of darkness, whatever you want to call it. We're terrible this year. What do you think about Luck retiring? Oh, that was shocking. I mean, I understand why Luck retired, his health and everything, but man, he should have told the team he was considering retiring so they could have prepared during the draft and the whole offseason for a quarterback. But to ditch a week or two before the season, I just don't agree with that. I mean, at least he's going to ride out with his health. He's going to have his brain intact, you know, that's good. But he really gave the Colts the shaft. They really did. He shafted the Colts. Alright guys, so I feel like we're about to have some action tonight, so I don't want to miss any of this. So what I'm going to do is I think we're going to call it a stream. I have some little minor fixes that we need to do, and especially with the Patreon and the Bitcoin stuff, we're going to make it to where we all have it in not one link, but so there's a for sure place to pay in Bitcoin, a for sure place if you just want to do the cash. You're still in the Patreon regardless, but we're going to get that confusion fixed out. We're going to get the wrinkles out of it just so there's no confusion and, you know, everyone's on the same page. But we're going to have the same type of, we're going to stream just like last night. We're going to watch the volatility. We're going to enter positions. We're going to do live trading. The process is of you know, starting and exiting your positions. So if you enjoyed last night's stream, you know, I believe you're going to like tonight's as well. But I would like to actually go on a little bit earlier than we did last night and stream for about the same amount. So maybe, you know, I'd really like to get a good 4 or 5 hours in streaming tonight. So that'd be about 6 hours total today. But I have this eerie feeling Bitcoin's about to get volatile, so I need to get to the store and back so I don't miss this. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to go through this with you guys tonight. I want to be able to do live trading, answer all your questions. We'll look at all the indicators, all the technical analysis. You know, it's going to be very, very similar to last night. So we're going to do a quick little summary of Bitcoin. You're in a no trade zone by far. You have strong support between 9,800 and 10,000. If you can break above 10,250, you might have a nice little bullish push into the fours. You know, maybe if we can break above 10,250, I'm fairly confident we'll go through the threes and we'll at least hit, you know, 10,004. Oh, sorry, that soda, it's kind of coming back. I apologize, everyone. So you have strong support between 9,800 and 10,000. Your more major resistance doesn't start until about 10,450 to about 10,650. This is going to be, literally, if we go to our 3 hour, you can see here, right at about 10,450. This is our 3 hour. This is a much more, you know, resilient line. If we go to our 5 minute, we had a nice little short play that we had off of here. You know, this tool is just insanely for scalping. If you enjoy doing like $40 to $70, $80 scalps, sometimes even over 100, I mean, this is really an amazing tool. I mean, it's just been kicking out the trades like crazy today. Remember, the daily will close at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 7 o'clock. All right, so if it closes at 7, we're going to be here. I'm going to go live. Okay, ready for it? I'm going to type this in the chat. All right. So if it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna go live. We're gonna go live earlier than that. We're gonna go live 1 hour before the daily closes. So we'll get to encompass the action. We'll get to watch that, and we'll get to see when we hand the market off to Asia. So you know, once again, I just want to reiterate this. You know, let's get off the scalp. There's going to be strong support between 9,800 and 10,000. You have some short-term resistance between 10,000 and 10,250, but if you can break above that, I really do think you're going to test, maybe the 10,450 mark, where your major resistance starts. Your major resistance is from 10,450 to 10,650. That's an area where you could go anywhere in this box and immediately reverse to the downside. So if we identify our environment, we'll look at market Cipher real quick. I am neutral. I know we are showing triple MACD bullish divergence, but it's not the way you want to see it because, this is so rare. You have triple MACD bearish divergence right above it. We are in guys, we are in such a critical area. I fully believe we are either going to be at 9,800 or 10,005, 10,006 within the next 72 hours. I truly believe that, guys. We are in a very critical spot with Bitcoin where we have to decide, the market has to decide where we're going to go. I don't think we're just going to keep this little piddle paddle, you know what I mean? So, but guys, we're going to be live tonight. If you enjoyed last night's stream, be prepared for another one. It's going to be exactly the same. But once again, I wanted to thank each and every one of you for being here. To all the new Patreons, can you check the 8-hour? I don't even think I have the 8-hour, man. I'll look, but I don't really use specific time frames, like 2, the 4, the daily. Yeah, I don't even have the 8-hour, man. I really apologize, Waba. I'm sorry about that. But no, I have like the daily. Oh, we're back to this scary. I thought we're about to that scary ecstasy music again. That was terrifying last night. But so guys, if I don't let you know beforehand, which I'm going to be in Discord even while I'm gone, we're going to go live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to try to go live earlier than that, but be prepared for another, 4 to 5 hour stream tonight. We're going to be live trading, looking at trade setups. It's going to be exactly like last night. So once again, guys, thank you all for being here. I'm going to get our farewell music that I play. God, that is scary. I'm going to play my farewell music that I always play. Once again, I'm a huge Chiefs fan, and the Chiefs play this Thursday. We play the Packers. So, there you go. So, I'll see you in Discord, guys. I'm going to try to go live earlier, but you can count on me being for sure live 7 p.m. Eastern time, which that's roughly in about 3 hours. So, I will see you then, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Kansas City! You ready? You ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome to the Red Kingdom! Yeah! Red Kingdom! Welcome to the Red Kingdom! Yeah! Red Kingdom! Welcome to the place where we run it, place really haunted by number 58 is DT the Great, and we flown it, hate and we shun it. No competition, the opposition fake, I don't think they really want it. Loud is the recipe, loud sitting next to me, no doubt. Now we are proud that we get to see KC Chiefs come and break these geeks, make them taste these cleats. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Chiefs Kingdom. Got to lovers, got some other beasts. Bring them, mop them up and stop them. Got the heat, sting 'em. You hot when we stop ya. Dropped when he rock. Got blocked in me casa. Ball in my city live, but I find a raw one to get beside. My lucky numbers are 15, 10, 87, 29, 7, 50, 95, 55. Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Strange music. Red Kingdom.
Thank you guys for watching. Go Chiefs. I'll see you in the Discord in about 3 hours. Well, 3 hours live.
Strange music.